Hello and welcome to Dungeon Mechanics, everybody. We are here with episode 6. That's 3 and 3. Of Return to the Feywilds. And things are getting quite interesting. But before we get into that, let's go over some announcements. Also, we're on a level 4 hype train, which is pretty sick, if I do say so myself. Our first sponsor of today is Epidemic Sound. I can play them right this second. You probably heard them when we were on our starting screen, but any music that you hear for any of our stream sessions comes directly from Epidemic Sound. They are a subscription-based service, which if you click the link below, you can get started, and they have a wide array of music from fantasy to sci-fi to pretty much anything that you would like to have playing in the background while you're doing things on social media, such as Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those fun places, and more. Sign up today and get started with an epic playlist of music. Our second sponsor of the day is the Barkley Garage. The Barkley Garage makes an amazing array of woodworking items, and they are sourced locally here in New Mexico. They are a military branch service. Military branch service. I don't know how that sounds. They are, the workers are military. I'll put it that way. And any of your support goes directly towards them. Just don't ask for any cornhole boards. But if you do, just don't say that I sent you there for
I'm
that.
sorry.
Ask for the stacks discount.
No.
I'm sorry. Do you want to try that word one more time?
Cornhole birch?
Oh yeah, don't ask for a Kernherber. But if you want to ask for the dumb cornhole board, just go in there, ask them for Stacks Cornhole, and you'll get a free consultation.
Yeah, and they'll be like, and inflated prices.
Something tells me that that shouldn't be a thing, and if that is how they operate, then we need to renegotiate the sponsorship agreement.
I just don't think he likes making cornhole boards anymore.
Yeah, but at the same time, asking using promo code Stacks Cornhole doesn't necessarily mean
that's not a promo. He's gonna be like, what the fuck? Why are people suggesting like Stacks Corn? What did you tell them? Nothing. I told them nothing. This is all F&H Paul. Go hit him up.
And then he's gonna be like, who the fuck is that?
He knows.
He
Cut the
knows.
screen, that's why it's invisible. Our last sponsor of the day is Plus One Crafting. Plus One Crafting makes amazing terrain items for all of your miniatures so that you can play D&D in style. They do quite a level of detail, if I do say so myself. I actually don't know how he does it. I need to watch him like make something one day so I can be like, oh, I would have never thought of that. But they make affordable terrain pieces, and their motto is, adventure shouldn't cost a fortune, which it shouldn't, because we all like to play D&D. We just don't want to spend like buku's amounts of money to play D&D.
Mounds of gold.
I say that as I spend buku's amounts of money to play D&D.
I was gonna say, it's just some people don't want to spend a bunch of money on environments. However, when it comes to shiny, click-clacky math rocks, some people don't have a budget.
No, you have to become a dice dragon, dungeon
Goblin.
dragon goblin.
Well, you start off as, I believe, a
That
dice
is
goblin.
my dream, to be a dice dragon.
There is a
That is
long
my
list.
goal.
We need to make that a thing.
Like a tier system of like.
There is like
you
you have
have-
to get certain types of dice, and then once you acquire all of them, you're.
Well, is it certain types or is it like the volume of dice?
There's a volume, like there's certain quality. There's certain types, like what was it, gemstone dice or something? Sarah, like she gave me a whole list, and I was like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, to evolve.
I'll get
into
there
that one
eventually.
day. How come half
I'll
of
get
it's
there.
white and half of it's like gold?
Gold? Because
Is the
it's
low
just
numbers bad or the high numbers bad?
the 20 is on the white side, 1 is on the gold side, so it's just kind of
Oh, Migly.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean it's like that on all the dice. They're all just split like that. It's just for aesthetic. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Um, in our last episode, our lovely gods were given the task of creating, and I always do this because I'm like, I know exactly what they just created. And I was like, no, I don't know what they just created last. But in the last session, they were tasked with developing a neutral, evil, and good creature that is a representation of each of them individually, regardless of if they are aligned more good, neutral, or evil. In that aspect, Saloon finally arrived. She gave the gods and goddesses more titles along with Asmodeus. And from there, you all took a break and you are headed to your different places of residence. Let's roll some d20s to see who's getting to their house first.
Me. I got 19.
Okay. 3,
13.
13, 2.
60.
So Maliki, you arrive in the House of Nature. How would you like your home to look?
Just a vast, luscious forest filled with flowers and forest creatures. Just so green, so lush. I love it.
Are there animals in this? I should have known.
Like typical forest creatures, along with like her animals that she chose for, you know, to represent herself. So, unicorn, owl, therizinosaur,
What the heck is this? Therizinosaur.
tickle chicken.
Oh, one of those.
And she may or may not have like the animals that she had acquired from everyone else during their creation as well. So like the little fire rat and what was the fox? Dave.
Avoid fox.
Yeah.
Now, in
No
the
jabroni, huh?
center of this area, there is a kind of like a touch globe. And as you interact with it and like spin it, you watch as the House of Nature shifts into the House of Sea, and the aesthetics of everything changes along with. So you're just a swipe away from either house.
She's just swiping. Swiping.
Swipe or no swipe? Was there a 16? Or
Hi.
oh, Ilmater.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive in the House of Triad. It is connected to two other people, but your space, looking over the city of Exile, is very luscious, is very nice. How do you want to make it look?
So for his House of Triad, essentially, it would be very, very open, I would say. Because it's very, like, kind of open floor plan. There's not a lot of clutter. There's not a lot of things.
Minimal.
There is kind of like a red, I guess like a red carpet, I guess would be the thing, of like pathway of walking. And there'd be like some in my head I'm thinking like this is like I'm picturing like Mount Olympus, like Greek Roman kind of design, like with the pillars, and then having like the big red tapestry kind of going down to kind of block sunlight or whatever lighting kind of comes in there, and also a little bit for sound. There'd be bits of furniture, desk, couches, that kind of stuff, and a lovely fireplace. with a fire that just kind of changes colors from time to time.
Does that like change the mood lighting in the area, or is it just
It
more of
1000% does. So when it gets pissed off at people coming in and like doing some stupid shit, like it's normally pretty, like fairly neutral colored, but on days of deep sadness, it might turn into a shade of blue or maybe even a shade of green. And then when there's intense anger, a bit more into the red side.
A mood ring.
Yes, it is a mood fireplace because there would also be like some tables with bits of food on them, like what's it, fucking honey goose, like bits of like grapes, cooked chicken, stuff like that. Banquet-esque foods.
We 1000% have to have a honey goose for Thanksgiving.
Honeyed goose is the meal of gods. Come on.
No, that is the meal of the crossroads. That is not the
I
meal.
mean, they're
of...
gods now, so.
All right, they're demigods.
Am I
Let's
right?
not get.
Am
Let's
I
not
right?
put
I mean,
them up a
that's
little.
Still like godhood. 13. Is that Daenerys? Like, I'm here.
I love how your hand looked tiny for some reason. Like when you popped it up, it was just like.
One of those little hand toys.
Yeah.
Just the hand comes out. You arrive at the House of Knowledge. It seems emptier since last you were here, mostly because Agma doesn't have all of his things there. But how would you like yours to look?
It would be just like a giant wizard's tower, like the typical straight up tower. Walls are all bookshelves full of books and scrolls, maps, things like that. There is I'll call it a televator. It's an elevator in the middle, but it just teleports you to the next level.
I love it.
And calico cats everywhere, and they're all pretty fat and lazy.
Maliki's gonna
they're not
miss
gonna
it.
they're not gonna cause problems. They're mainly there for petting while you read. What else?
Maliki's gonna take all the cats.
There's no house plants. There's no.
Gotta at least have some cat grass or something.
Cat grass.
I mean, sure, there's some greenery around, but it's not important.
Well, I mean, it's just a cycle of stale air of the
Yeah.
tower, which I imagine doesn't open at all. Like
There are
those
windows on each floor.
that are like bolted shut. I imagine.
They kind of like skylights, just holes that just let sunlight in. Not really doing much. Maybe some sconces around that have like blue flames, so it's like not real fire, just light fire, so that none of the scrolls catch on fire. It's a big deal.
The ancient texts.
Lots
Don't
of cats.
let Mask visit.
You don't want cats to knock the fire over into a shelf. It would be bad. So
I imagined it was just like I imagine there was a thing of like the wind blowing some scrolls off and a cat knocking one over and then stuff catching fire. Like never again.
that's why we bolted the window shut. All right, I think that's all I got.
Okay. 3 was Mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. You arrive first in the Shadow Keep, which is different from the Plane of Shadow.
Okay. So this is my area, correct? Okay. So
I'm about to make some weird shit.
How edgy can we make this?
it's like a hot topic,
Complete with the staff that is annoyed that you're there.
The only place you can wear a fedora comfortably.
Nope. No, there's no place where you should feel.
Okay.
What's wrong with the fedora?
Well.
It's not the fedora. It's who's attached typically to the fedora.
Milady.
Milady with a katana on their hip.
So, as you walk in, it's very dimly lit. You have bookshelves lining up across the walls, all that stuff. Why? Because, Mass needs to keep tabs on everybody. And I mean everyone. At the center, there is a big round table. And there is a skeletal figure of the creature that I created that's kind of like an owl.
Why?
And at the base of it, there is a fire illuminating it. Just like a purple flame going off of it. There's maps, there's a bunch of like collections for daggers, all that. There's even a couple of katanas. And he has in his since this is his personal area, he has different masks hanging on the wall. Whether it be something gruesome, whether it be something plain, simple. He has an entire variety of things. But this is a place where he will always come to plan, to strategize, to see what he could come up with, to scheme. Whether it be to mess with mortals, whether it be to destroy other gods. That's what it's there for.
And aside from your quarters, there is, I'd imagine, a ever lit flame portal that transitions you over to the plane of shadow. And the only interesting thing here is because you inherit it from the goddess Shar. While in the plane of shadow, anything that happens in the dark, you're aware of. Just
okay. Very cool.
But as you
Anything
imagine,
in any
it's
shadows?
just
Any
darkness.
shadows?
Any shadows.
We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it.
Okay.
Y'all are nasty.
Look, it's not my fault. The TikTok thing is like ruined me.
There's a. I don't think I want to know. Helm, you rolled a 2.
Yep.
You also arrive in the House of Triad. Yours is a level higher. Considering you were directed to look over Purgatory and also to guard the gate that leads to Celestia, which if you enter in would also give you access to Toril. But there's a little bit more real estate on your side of things because there's lots of places that you have to go to. Purgatory itself resides over Exile, or the city of Exile, and it houses all of the people essentially tasked with helping prevent realms from collapsing. Other than that, how would you like your place to look?
It's gonna look sort of like the inside of a castle would, or in a medieval fortress. Just enter in its big old huge entryway hallway, and aligning each side there's just suits of armor with swords in various positions, and then there'll be pillars, and each pillar has a different type of shield. Some tower shields, long shields, bucklers. Each shield has the eye of Helm on them. And then running amok are just a bunch of dogs. Loyal, protective dogs. There are a couple rooms They have their jail cells, they have bars, but they're really just cages for the dogs. Mainly the chow chows because they're super aggressive and Helm just likes to keep them in their place. And then at the very back would be I would say would be the gate that he is to guard. Look on it, make sure no one's trying to disturb it.
Nice. So you all get to relax for a little bit, but eventually you're summoned back to continue the progress on Diademia. And Asmodeus and Saloon are there. It's been maybe a few days since you all last were together. But you arrive nonetheless.
All right.
Maliki, I assume you think that you don't like no one knows what you're doing in the dark, but I know what you're doing. Don't do that, okay?
What?
That's a very
Mask,
odd.
mask.
Did she visit that new demigod? What's his name? Handsome, charming, something like that.
Bridging the gap.
But yeah, Maliki's gonna pull out like this potted like plant, and it's really pretty, and she like touches it, and it glows. Here, this is a housewarming gift.
I know what you're gonna do.
There it is.
I saw this. I'm like, all right, Mustang, go for it.
You see the flower like start wilting.
Maz, that's not how it's supposed to look. Comes back up.
Die! Bring it back to life!
Just-
Die!
yep.
Bring it back to life!
Oh, that'd be the worst.
Ah, stop!
I take it you all enjoyed your new places of residence.
Yes, my two houses are amazing, and I have like this spear that I could just quickly swipe between the two. It's so much fun. I had so much fun decorating.
Did it not just change as you walked in?
No, when I first walked in, it was the House of Nature, foresty, and then you swipe it, and then it turns into the ocean. We need to have a party on the beach sometime.
Sure, Maliki. Whatever you say.
Mask, you can be in charge of the barbecue if you want.
You know how there was that preppy one and the golf one?
Getting like Teen Titan vibes.
Oh yeah.
Just
fucking
Starfire
Raven and Starfire. Yeah. God, what does that make? What does that make the three of us then? Who's who in this?
There's Robin.
I know who the other
Yeah.
three are, but I'm like, who's getting assigned what here?
I mean, Ilmater's definitely Robin because he's Edgelord, so Edgelord's Junior.
Excuse the fuck out of me. How am I an
Your
Edgelord?
symbol is literally like bound hands in agony.
That's martyrdom.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Quite the kind of edgy we're going for.
God damn it. Whole different kind of edge. Anyway, so we walk in. What else is there for us to do? the planet is set up.
It would appear now that you all have to set up holidays, months, the calendar cycle.
Would like this like a solstice?
It could be a solstice. It could be something else. There are quite a number of events that the mortals like to celebrate.
Okay.
You just see the look of excitement on Maliki's face.
All
This
right,
could be fun.
who's to go first?
Me! Me!
As we roll d20s.
15.
I too got a 15.
17.
19.
I also got a 19.
What?
No,
Double rollies?
I did not want to go first.
I was waiting for the
Right?
I was waiting for old Helm to be like 22. How did you
But my reroll was a 19.
My reroll was 9.
Wait, who? Y'all are the two that got 15, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, Okay.
I got 11 on my reroll.
Got a 13.
Yes.
You fucked up. You said that's what you were gonna do, so
Maliki, let's try Helm first.
Oh. Okay. We have to.
You can hold your action if you want.
So, Helm, you will be designing 2 months out of the calendar cycle. One will be the solar month, and the other will be the lunar. The days of the week shall be the same, although depending, it might be addressed as its formal name or its easier to come by name.
Well, I don't know about names per se. But how about take the first month out of both? First solar month and first lunar month. That way each cycle people can be reminded to be vigilant, protect each other, have hope for the new cycle.
Would you like any special holidays in your solar or lunar months?
I cannot think of any. We'll have to get back to them.
That is fair. Daenerys, what about yourself?
Who said you took the first month there, Helm?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I will take the last month. And it will be a time to remember and chronicle the things of the year past.
And will there be any special days in yours?
Nothing specific, but families and friends may gather and reminisce together over things that have happened. Maybe create murals in the town or something of accomplishments, things like that.
Understood. Ilmater?
I don't wish to step on anyone's toes, theoretically. Maliki, I don't know if you had something planned for this or not, but I would like to take the month before the harvest, or before planting season.
For your solar month?
Yes.
And your
No.
Luna?
Luna will be the month, the month of the harvest.
Oh. And any special holidays?
So there will be a week in each. Well, there will be for a day, but there will be kind of a week's lead up, I guess, how I envision it. In the lunar solar one, right? That was the first one I said. The solar one, it will be called Apejo.
How do you spell that?
Apecho. It's meant to abstain, to fast, to realize, have that moment of clarity in realizing what you can do without your worldly possessions, or without gluttony, if it were, as it were. And for the other side, after the harvest, will be called Giorti? Giorti? Yes, I like how that one sounds. Giorti. And that one will be for a feast. After the harvest, to celebrate heading into the colder years, coming together with the family to celebrate the harvest and all those things that came with it.
Very
Nice.
well.
To have a nice balance.
Anything else?
Mater just leans back. Nope.
Maliki, how about now?
Dang it, Mater. Right.
Did I literally take both your ideas?
I can work with one of them.
I can't let you have all the fun.
Let's see. So if she wanted to do a holiday within like a fall type month or something, what is that, like the lunar or the how are you?
Oh, that's the lunar. Autumn and winter are the lunars, and then spring and summer are the solars.
Okay. So I'm thinking for the lunar month, I want to call it Umasis. Umasis. And for the holiday, one day of the month, there'll be a celebration of the changing of the leaves as they change from green to beautiful shades of red, oranges, and yellows. You know, in celebration of autumn. And for solar, how about Fream as the month. Freamm. And I think we'll go with a feast of rebirth, celebrating the changing of winter to spring. As plants begin to grow, animals have their young. Just a celebration of life.
Love how in my head our months are back to back, where it's like feasting of new life. All right, now we can't eat anything. We gotta, that, or they gotta go the other way around, where it's like you gotta, like, all right, we're not allowed to eat anything. New life, yay!
Okay. Anything else?
I think that'll do it for me. She says as she like pushes the flower over to Mask. Like sneak. Stop doing that.
Mask.
So for the lunar year, lunar moon. We should call it Lamat. And the holiday for that will be the Souls Born, where people remember people that they have lost for about a week or so. People that have either gone too early or grew to the ripe old age and passed on. They will remember them. Remembrance for the summer. We will call it Manic. And this will have no holiday. Just another month. Yes. That will do. Manic and Lament.
I believe that's everyone. Asmodeus and I will take 1 month apiece. Mine will be the remaining lunar month, and that will leave a solar month for Asmodeus. Yes, last thing. Going over the days of the week. So, in terms of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in that order.
We let the people of Diademia decide that?
He looks at you. No. Otherwise, there will be quite a few different names.
Fair enough.
Monday will be Sahanin. After Saloon, it will also be called Moon Day. Tuesdays will be Sildalrin. After Maliki, also called Leaf Day. Wednesdays will be Archon. After Denier, also called Lore Day. Thursdays would be Savras. After you, Elmater, also known as Fast Day. Fridays will be Varan after you mask. Also
Going
known
for Var on the 13th.
as Sly Day.
Friday's the party day.
Saturday will be mine as Morty, also known as Nether Day. And finally, Helm, you will be Helmite or Haven Day.
Odd. Why do we break them up into sevens?
Well, there are 7 of us present.
I mean, there's no reason. Is there any particular reason why there's 7?
I think Lord Io feels that 7's a good number.
Strange.
But I don't know. I don't know why, but I feel like 7's a lucky number.
How can a number be lucky?
I don't know. I just have a feeling it is.
It's just like when the humans cut off rabbits' feet and claimed that those are lucky.
Wait, when did they do that?
Which is honestly kind of funny because if you catch the rabbit, that means that that rabbit was unlucky.
Who would do that to a poor cute bunny?
I don't know. Who would kill a plant over and over again? And then
Just
Yeah, Mask.
and then who would bring that same dead plant back to life over and over again instead of letting it simply be dead?
we
I'm
can just
material.
ask tomorrow if the number 7 means lucky later.
I materialize a rabbit's foot and throw it at her.
Is it a color? Tabletop wise, I don't like that is a weird thing, right? Like I don't know where the hell that started. Somebody,
That's
there
like-
goes the Google. Glenn's like,
Years of cartography.
all right. Right, so we now have months, so we now have days.
Maliki just has like this little piece of cloth and she's just like covering the rabbit's foot. I'll bury this later. Poor thing.
There will be 30 days in each of the months. And on the 7th yearly cycle, there will be one added day to each month for Lord Io to do with as he pleases.
Mhm.
But other than that, it would seem Diademia is almost done.
I mean, what more do we need to make? We've put the animals and the plants and the people. We've set up the moons. What else is there?
Nothing really. I mean, if you all are ready, we can bring the world back to life.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited.
As am I.
I hate to be the one to ask this question, but with the previous version of Diademia being destroyed, there's nothing from the previous world coming back, correct?
There's always a potential
Aside
for
from
that.
us.
There
What do
could be others from Diademia lost in different planes. that weren't there when it was destroyed. However, if they are not present, then when the world is recreated, they themselves will not be recreated. So there will not be a duplicate of an individual that was from the world. However, the events will be laid in place, and the individuals on Diademia will face vastly different lives than all the previous ones, based on how all of you have decided to create the world.
I hope they love my sea babies as much as I do.
I hope they never find them. I truly mean that. I hope they never find them.
Why? They're such sweet souls.
Isn't there
You do-
a group of people who worship them? Or like hunt them or something?
That sea race.
I mean, I know I put a race down there that was going to protect themselves against sea creatures in general. You know, whales, sharks, and if they ever discover the translucent sea Tarrasque.
All
I don't
right,
know,
if
there's
you
a lot
all are
of,
ready.
there's a lot of things in the world that we've made that I do wonder what the people will do with them.
I wouldn't worry about her babies too much.
Well, there's that. There's your transporting base residents, not to mention the Scott. Don't think I forgot about your flying serpent or your owl people things.
There's
Oh
only
yeah,
one.
I forgot about that.
Sorry, owl person thing.
As
I mean,
long as they
I
don't
don't.
go there, they'll be fine.
I don't have a whole lot of room to talk. I did create a living mountain.
Well, this should be very interesting, to say the least.
Do you
What
all
do you think the chances
remember
they fight each other?
your elements?
I believe mine was surprise.
Shut up, Mutt!
I'll leave now. I'll leave now.
I think mine was
It'll make-
force. Mine was force damage.
uh,
I don't know at all. I'm
At least
gonna
that's
go
what it says in
ice.
my notes.
Cold ice.
I've got cold, but I don't think that's for Ilmater. I think that's for someone else. I don't know who that could be.
Well, regardless,
Given one.
I'm
those
sure they're in my notes in there
varying
somewhere.
elements appear in
DM's
front
plotting
of
our
you.
demise as we speak.
See, he says that, but part of me is like, does he remember what elements we all had?
I mean, y'all can wait for me to find it in my notes, but that's gonna take a hot minute. So yes, those elements appear in front of you. All right, everyone, release your element into the world.
Just
The broad
grab
thing.
two handfuls, just
I
fire.
feel like maths
Yep.
was fire, definitely. I was like fitting.
Absolutely.
So
That was
as
stone or
your
something.
elements go into Diadem, you watch as they swirl around and spread throughout the lands, giving birth to everything. From there, you see events start to take fold. War, chaos, peace, harmony, all of it intermingling at different periods of time. For
Seems they found one of your Tarrasque.
it doesn't take
Oh,
long.
please don't let them hurt them.
For mortals to do mortal things.
And there goes a Tarask. And there goes another Tarask. Seems that one died by pollution.
Some of that fire of yours.
That one died by pollution. That's a twist I didn't see coming.
And as the gods watch,
Did that one have a plastic straw in its nose? Oh, that is such a shame.
we are going to go on a break.
And can I do something real quick?
Yes.
As it fades to black, Mask will just flip a coin, the camera will zoom in, and we zoom out into black.
I don't like you flipping a coin. Why are you flipping a coin?
Yeah, why? Mask? What are you doing?
welcome back. If y'all remember the last time, half of our party was brought in front of Queen Midna and her guards. The other half, meaning Adalre and Fang and Beaky, were back at the castle, and took them a bit, but they were able to come back to the sparring area outside to find out what had happened. Mostly thanks to Fang doing a bit of investigation and then Adalre finishing it out with an Arcana check to see that there was a rift that they could possibly pull through. Meanwhile, the others decided to do some quick hits against Queen Midna and her guards, though they seemed grossly unaffected by their surprise pop shots. And as Grass took off his amulet, he turned into a very large creature, draconic in nature. And taking that into consideration, Queen Midna did Queen Midna things by revealing that she is the goddess of dragons. And as Adalre and Fang and 100 guards arrived, Grass laid waste to the 100 guards as a show of force. And that is where we are picking up.
Is that what we're gonna call that? Is that what we're gonna call that? Not the DM doesn't want to have a force of 100 troops on this battlefield.
I mean, whenever it's something like that, they don't get into initiative, or if they do, it's like one thing, and then they just do something on their turn, and then half of them die.
Yeah, like I don't know, launch like 50 arrows or crossbow bolts at the giant dragon thing or the lady.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool if you had 100 guards.
Question. Quick question. Is a bow still my size?
It grew with you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So launching ballistas. Okay.
What would you all like to do?
I know all my soldiers are equipped with fire-resistant shields.
They're dead.
I didn't know if you took that into account, but
Oh, I don't breathe fire.
He's a quiet dragon.
I love
It's
how
all acid.
that. I do love that you're like you would be like, don't worry, they have fire resistant. That's acid.
that's
Don't worry, we prepared for.
the acid shield shipment hasn't come in yet.
It's not acid either.
The-
I knew I should have doubled up on the enchantments.
okay, I'm just gonna drop that bit because I don't know what you
I
believe.
don't know what you got. What do you have?
Oh, it was necrotic, wasn't it? Because you have that bow and yeah.
I'm a blight dragon.
I'm a blight dragon.
Oh, are we all
So-
resistant to necrotic? Our kingdom?
Well,
That's right. Yeah.
Shadar guys are, yeah.
There you go.
Dargo is going to speak in Draconic to Grass, and he's going to yell, "Remember who you are, Grass. She cannot control you."
On the contrary, actually, I can.
Shut up. I wasn't talking to you.
Forgotten who you are, therefore you have forgotten me.
Okay, there's Mufasa.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa! Stax' favorite movie.
And in 1 minute, we are off the rails.
Yep. And look, I just don't want this fight. All right, look, I don't want this
Yeah,
fight.
this isn't,
I'm gonna be
this
real with
isn't
you.
one
not
of those
stopping it.
fun fights to go into. This is one of those. Do we got enough
So-
stuff?
So,
Feels so bad, but
Fang is gonna, seeing him in morphed form, and then being like, "Oh, cool, on our side, murdered all the people. Fuck." He is going to take this opportunity to back the fuck up.
What? Fang cowering away?
doing rogue shit, sir.
Okay. As he hides behind a door.
I love how the DM is always talking shit. Like, bruh,
Oh,
this
God.
is not one of my many barbarians and/or fighters that is a frontliner.
So while he's backing away, Grass is like gonna like, you see him trying to fight it, but he can't. He's like, no. Like just kind of looking at himself and like not wanting to attack you guys, but it's. He's trying to resist it. He's trying. He's trying really hard. And as like before he does anything, he's gonna just say, Beaky, protect them. So Beaky's with you guys now.
Do I see his necklace anywhere on the ground?
You could make a perception check with advantage because you were there when he threw it on the ground.
I'm assuming Grass said that to Beaky telepathically, not out loud.
Yeah.
Better. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you see it's at his feet.
Cool.
Hey man, here you dropped this.
Does it look like salvageable, intact?
It looks like it's still intact. Whether or not like it has any effect on him now, you're not certain.
Okay, it's worth a shot. I'll try and run and snatch that thing.
Okay. And I'll move us over to the battle. Even though we're not in initiative yet, just so that everyone can kind of see where everyone is.
Oh, wanna.
So you're just trying to get like here or there?
What is that between us? Like a
It's not
not a river?
large river, it's more like maybe ankle deep, but there is like a running flow of water.
I mean, yeah, I would just wherever the necklace is.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
I am lining up. I'm like just prepping a shot and having Zip get ready. So Zip takes his initiative immediately after mine. I'll just have him just be on my shoulder. So he's just going to be taking a shot, pretty much a forward shot after me.
Okay.
Adalwe will ready a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Doorway.
Way, boy. We're gonna die because she's also playing Midna.
So does Midna have an action too?
Yeah.
Awesome! She's gonna use Shocking Grasp, and you see as her hand just ignites with like sparks of electricity, this blue lightning almost, and she is going to float down and touch the water as Kurai is trying to get the necklace.
Nice. I would need dexterity checks from Grass and Kurai.
Dexterity check?
22?
Or sorry, saves. Sorry.
That
don't know if
was
that changes
25.
it.
Both of them make it. Amazing.
Didn't like that.
Bruh.
Environmental hazards? What?
Lair actions is this bullshit?
Would actually look at her like,
Jargo, did you do anything?
how dare you?
I talked to Grass to no avail.
Okay. And
Get your fire sword ready. You're gonna see Beaky immediately fly over to you, Dargo.
Okay.
And like I wrap her around like just coil around you a little bit, like kind of like you know how like a boa kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's with you right now.
Okay, I guess we're doing this. Welcome to the shoulders.
And what did Adalray do? Oh, she's readying a spiritual weapon. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
I think I'll have it take the form of a great sword. Sent you a message, by the way, Stax.
Grass's character is in a different spot from the stream and my Roll20. Why is that?
Maybe reconnect. If not, then the stream. There's a delay.
Unplug. Plug it back.
No, he looks. He's right on. He's right for me.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay,
not right
I
for
just
you either.
refreshed. Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on my wayward son.
I mean, someone had to say it.
There's a DMCA when you're done.
Dargo, you can get a D6 inspo for such sick, nasty tunes.
So do I get my luck that Glittering Moon Elf decided to give?
I don't know what that is. It's a long day. Luck to Fang, inspo to Kurai. And where were you wanting your spiritual weapon?
Let's see.
I don't want to do anything, but I have to.
I think we'll have it there,
Okay.
flying right at me. No.
I'll make it. Hopefully, it makes it yellow. Yeah, so you can see it easier. Okay, everyone's readied up. Let's do some initiative rolls.
Wait, that's one. That's coffee.
Not 20 for a 25 for Dalray.
That's a
We're
9.
good.
Or do you just want me to roll in D&D Beyond for
Fucking
So-
shit.
so you don't have to write it down? There's a initiative tracker on there.
Oh, you can do whichever.
Okay, then yeah, 9.
30, 20.
One second. And by 1 second, multiple seconds. Okay. Adalray,
25 for initiative.
Grass,
9.
Dargo,
20.
Fang.
Do you want me to roll biggies as well?
18?
Technically, I think he goes right after you, even though he's on the opposite team.
Okay.
Kurai.
13.
Okay. Midna.
I messaged you that.
Okay.
Oh, you cheeky. Oh, you're cheeky.
I can't just say it out loud.
You
You
enjoy.
You
Are
say
you? So, are
number.
you going to enjoy killing your own character?
I mean, I would.
That's some interesting site evaluation there.
so-
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole. People
Aside
pay good
from-
money for that kind of thing.
Aside from Midnight, y'all are going up against different agents of chaos: Derelict, Despair, Grass, Ramshackle, and Ruin. Okay. Sweet. Top of the order. Adulray.
Cool. She is going to take a look here. I think we're gonna start off real strong. Yeah. So at this point, Dara's gonna cast Fireball. They need to make a dex save of 20.
Hey, who's she casting it on?
Casting on, or what level?
With who's in the range of?
So it should be Midna, this dude, it might.
Is it 60 diameter or radius?
The range is 150 feet, and the area is 20 feet.
Okay, so whoever can fit in a 20-foot sphere.
Yeah, from this point. So grass. This guy.
How big is Midna right now?
Goddess size, so large.
Okay.
If you see the icon that size, it's large, Paul. If
I
you
don't
see
know.
it take up 3 squares, it's huge, and if you see it take up 4, it's gargantuan per size charts. I hope you're keeping track of Midna's age right. Okay. I was like, she's not on my list.
Oh, DC 20, right?
Yep.
So 2 fails.
Actions. No, that's not it. Abilities. Plus 10. I believe that is a dirty 20. So, meet it, beat it, right?
Yeah. So
Size
that's
chunk of damage.
43 points of fireball damage.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
That was my action. I'm also gonna try to hit Midna with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna use absorb elements to half that again.
Okay, so you use your reaction.
Yeah.
And she's going to hit Midna for a 31 to hit.
That's a reaction, correct? Grass?
Yeah.
He hasn't had a turn in initiative yet, so would he technically have a reaction?
I usually.
I would allow it because we're in battle.
Yeah, I usually give it to you as long as.
Okay, so 43 goes down to what?
Look, I don't
21?
want him to die. I just don't want him to murder me.
You cannot have both things.
Wow. Okay.
Going down to.
So yeah, you guys see as Adalray shoots off this huge fireball, hitting Midna and a couple of her minions. And then you see as this glimmer of the spiritual weapon kind of just swings around and takes a swing at Midna, kind of cutting her diagonally, causing her to stumble back just a bit.
Okay.
That'll end Adalri's turn.
Dargo.
Okay. Well, Dargo is gonna rage first and foremost. And then he is going to charge Rasp.
Oh gosh! He's like, be good. Okay, I'm gonna hit you a bunch of times.
Dragon fight.
Maybe I'll beat the words into you.
And he will attack him with his Flamebrand longsword and his longsword.
Okay.
Longsword warning first. That's 7 points to damage.
Wait, what you rolled to hit?
Oh my god, I'm so miss it now. I'm gonna miss it now. That's what happened last time. God damn it. Ooh. 30 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Yes. I'm a dragon form.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll my damage because I'm stupid. Let's watch. Oh no. 8. 8 points.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one right, don't worry. The flame ran longsword. That's 19 to hit.
Misses.
Oh no, is Dargo gonna be able to hit anything today?
I just did. Calm down.
Was that a Dalray or Midna?
That's the thing, right? It's like
Oh, that's the worst part.
Fucking love this so much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would turn.
Roll a d6 damage, by the way, Dargo. Roll a d6.
2.
2? Okay. I will take 2 damage from Beaky, because he will infuse your strikes.
Oh, okay.
With acid, because, yeah.
I see the voice of the wind. What's up?
I thought you were about to take damage. I was like, oh god damn it.
Oh man, me too, dude. I was like, God.
Anything else on your turn, Dargo?
Nope.
Okay. Pixel is going to create a shadow clone, I guess. Is there a way to make that? There we go. That's fake pixel. Okay. And then he's going to attack this creature with Psychic Dagger. Okay, I think a 26 hits. Oh, not good damage. 13. Okay. Bonus action. But he will remain where he is for right now. And the Agent of Despair will go next. She will Misty Step and go to attack Adalray.
Use the fuck out of me.
Oh, what now?
It does a 18 hit.
It does not. They can go fuck themselves.
Does a 26 hit.
Oh, I should have said that. Yeah, yeah.
As
quick
this
question.
giant great sword comes out and swings and attacks you.
Oh my god. So for my unarmed strikes, is that still a D4 or do I upgrade that to a D6?
I think it's still a D4.
Okay. I asked because he got bigger.
Oh, look up enlarge and reduce and see if being large adds anything to your, because that's essentially the extra buff that you have.
So for the Rune Knight, I know it does go up whenever you use like the giant thing to go from like a medium or small size creature to a large. I know it does go up a die. So I would imagine the same thing
Yeah,
would
it
apply
does.
here.
Yeah.
And Adalray, you're gonna take.
didn't
9
sound good.
points of slashing damage.
That's not terrible.
That's the end of her turn. Fang.
Okay. Okay. Fuck. Okay, that changes up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna pull out the crossbow that is lit up, kind of like as the magic is pulsing through it, and then I'm going to take a shot at the person right in front of me. Now, I don't believe there'd be no way for me to get advantage on this shot, correct? Even if I was like behind her. Or would I be able to? Is there a way for me to get
Are you talking
advantage
about
on the
her?
shot? Yes, her. Or that person. Whomever. The one who just hit Valray, yes.
You still get the thing where if one of your
Yeah,
allies are within 5 feet.
not for sneak attack, for something else. That's what I'm.
Oh,
I have sharpshooters, so I'm
advantage?
debating. Yeah,
No.
there's no way for me to get advantage on the shot. Okay, just because like if before I start trying to use sharpshooter here, like I don't know what their shit is, so I don't want to run the risk of missing. Long range doesn't impose disadvantage on range, but attack. Okay, cool. Then yeah, we're gonna load up the hand crossbow and we're gonna pop a shot.
Okay.
Oh, let's go with the rainbow die. Rainbow die are good to me. Be good to yourself. That'll do. 27 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
I was about to say, don't you fuck me.
Misses.
I was like, eh, what?
Huh? Or just hits.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, just hits. Oh no, I'm in danger. So that's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, ooh, baby, 21 points of sneak attack.
Okay.
And my Eldritch Cannon, that is still near me, because I carried that fucking thing through the opening. As a bonus action, we're gonna pop a shot. Okay, so it's just a ranged spell attack. Ranged spell attack, so +9. Sarah. Oof. 18?
Same target or
Same target.
misses?
Okay. So that's gonna go wide. So that's my action, bonus action. I'm gonna keep where I am with my movement, and now Zip is gonna take a shot at her. I think he gets a +4. Let me double check. Yeah, 4 strike, ranged. Okay. Yeah, 30 feet, +4 to hit. He misses.
Okay.
Roll a fucking 2. Now, true, he doesn't do a lot of damage. It's still some damage. Oh. I will keep that in mind for future. That'll be my turn. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, movement wise.
Okay. Ruin will go next, and they will move closer to Dargo. And go to attack.
Here we go, Dargo.
Does 22 hit?
It meets.
Okay.
Beats, right? So.
Yeah. So that's 1.
No, I'm upset about it too.
I imagine a 23 would also hit.
23 does hit.
Okay. So
She was just looking for food. Is there you got any food up there? No? Okay. What did I say?
15 points of piercing damage, Dargo, and 18 points of sneak attack.
Oh boy.
As she just
Yeah.
stabs into you twice.
Those
they,
are both halved, right?
Are you raging?
Yes, that was the first thing I
Okay.
did was rage.
Okay. I was about to say you should rage.
I mean, I know the 15. I just want to make sure that the 18 counts. Totem of the bears, everything but psychic.
Yes, because I think it's still piercing.
Okay, so 15, 17, 24.
Okay. That will be the end of their turn. Midna with Kurai on deck.
So you watch as this fog cloud starts appearing around you, Dargo. Do you need to make a save for that? Let me see. Yep, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
What?
What?
No!
I just came in as wisdom saving throw was announced. So I was like, wait, what?
Ooh, ooh. It's not 20.
Oh shit!
Nothing happens. But
That you
that
know
cloud's
of.
still there. And it kind of just tilts her head. Oh, how unfortunate. Oh well. She looks at Beaky, who is around your neck, Dargo. let's make things more interesting. She waves her hand. Beaky needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What do I have for his wisdom?
I think his stats are on. If you click your companion thingy, Drake companion, his stats would be +2 to his wisdom saves.
That's a natural fucking 20.
So it's 22.
You watch as Beaky's eyes glow a bright green.
They already were green.
Like a brighter green. Like you can't see his pupils or anything. They're just glowing green now.
There's a BK.
Beaky's gonna start constricting around Dargo's neck.
I'm sorry, that happened with a nat 20 for a 22?
Mhm.
Oh God.
Oh no!
I don't think you understand how fucked you are.
Cry. Bring it home, Prince.
Cry runs away.
That tracks.
Oh man.
Better go and just shoot the crossbow in the backyard. It'll be fine.
I will attack Fang.
That also tracks.
Honestly, that would have been funny as shit.
Honestly,
I would have been like, real talk. I'd be like, all right. You're dying first.
That's a good way to waste a good battle. What'd you say to me? Okay. I will cast Slow on Grass and the two there.
What's the save?
Let's see. I don't even know. 16. Wisdom save of 16. And I'm going to get, I guess, Beaky in there too, because he's around Dargo's neck.
That is a fail for Beaky, and that is a dirty 20 for Grass.
Okay.
Does Ruin have to make a save? Or
Yeah, those two in the top right. I don't know who their names are.
21
40-foot
for
cube,
Ruin,
so-
and then Derelict.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Dargo.
22
sorry.
for Derelict. Does Minda have to do one, or?
Is she in like a 40-foot cube of that? I don't know. Yeah, she has to do it.
Yeah, she is.
Say it.
I was about to say.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's doing it. Throw it in there.
Can I make a save? What save does she make?
Wisdom save.
15.
Well, that's, I think, everybody. You said this slow?
Slow.
Yep, she passes.
Okay, the only one fails is Despair.
Oh,
Beaky and
despair?
Despair.
Okay, -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws, and you can't use reactions. On their turn, they can either use an action, bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
Okay.
It can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Oh,
And if you cast a spell, it does something, but if you cast a spell, just say you will, and I'll read what it does. Because it's long.
Yeah, Queen. I was half expecting you to be like, "Oh, it's a wisdom save." She makes it. I'm not even look at the die. It doesn't matter what that roll is. Legendary action. She makes it.
Anything else?
Let's see here. And I will what is it dark out here? Is it dim light or dark?
It is like sunset time, so yeah.
Okay. I will shadow step over here.
Okay.
You could have just walked. I have. Never mind.
It's a shadow step, so I don't know if it's teleporting.
I think it treats it like Misty Step, where you just move through shadows.
Okay.
And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Derelict with grass on deck, followed by Beaky's action. Derelict will.
Oh, your speed is halved too if slow got you.
Okay. Derelict will move. I guess to close in the gap on Dargo. So he's like completely surrounded. We gotta take him down. And he will reach out to cast Inflict Wounds at the. Oh gosh, that's not what I wanted to pull up. Bad.
Anyone pick up the necklace?
I think Kurai picked it up, but I don't know if he did anything with it. At the 5th level. Does a 18 hit Dargo?
Oh.
Son of a duck.
It's Beaky.
Okay. That will be it for his turn. Grass.
Okay. Can I try to grapple him and fly up?
Dargo?
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's your athletics for his athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better for him.
I'll do that. I'll grab him.
Come on, Dargo, you got this. You got this. Use your muscles that you've been working so hard for.
That's a dirty 20. Well, dirty 20, yeah.
This is just a 20?
Yeah.
21.
I was gonna say, man, if you missed it by like 1 or 2, I was like, hey, you do have that inspiration.
Yeah.
Don't use that inspo, homie.
I'll use my inspiration.
Who gave you inspo?
I had it.
From who?
I don't remember, but somebody gave it to me
This session or last session?
last session.
That
Does that
shit
carry
don't
over?
count.
Okay.
Nope.
Then I'll take it off because it's green for me. So
Over here fucking trying to carry over, thinking this. What are these rollover minutes? What is this?
I don't know, man.
Singular
What are we,
wireless?
T-Mobile?
Roll over,
Anything
get
else for
unused
your
data?
turn, Grass?
I'm gonna use a key point and use Flurry of Blows on him.
Okay.
That is a terrifying thought of a dragon with fucking just monk punching.
That is a 22 both hit, or both of them 22. I rolled a 12 on both. So I can't use a reaction with what's his face, right? With Beaky.
Yeah. Well, you can't use
So that's a-
reactions, and you have to like choose a action, bonus action, or movement.
Okay. So I use D6 because he got enlarged.
Okay.
8. It's 18 points of damage, halved because you're raging.
I don't know why I did that math. Stupid.
And then he's gonna start flying up in there, so he is leaving your range.
Do I get an opportunity attack for that?
I
Or is
think
that
so.
not?
If you still have your reaction.
I do.
If you want, go
Please
for
Please tell me you got Sentinel.
it.
I have perception.
Damn. It's gonna be like, I fly away. No, you don't. Get over here.
I'm gonna choose to attack with the Flame Brand Longsword. Uh, 16, so
Nope.
that's a big old whiff.
Nope. Okay. And then it's Beaky's turn, and Beaky is going to use Beaky's fangs. Actually, I forgot. So I use absorbed elements at the beginning of all this, and I used it at third level, and it was fire. So since I did a melee attack, I believe I have to roll 3d6.
Yeah, to do the fire damage for him.
3, 5. What was that? Oh, 9 fire damage. And then Beaky is going to use Beaky's fangs and do. Let me roll a d12. Actually, I have to roll to hit, but like I'm on you, but I'm also slowed as Beaky. So. Yeah, those don't hit. That is so low. That's a 2 and a 3 on the dice.
Yeah.
Next up is Ram. He's gonna try and get rid of this echo, which that one misses. That one makes it disappear. Which I'm just gonna plop him over there because I'm gonna use him in shortly. Top of the order, Adalray with Dargo on deck. Did I miss anybody? Because I didn't put Beaky on the turn order because he went right after Grass, but I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here.
It's so well now that at least Reaper's on the same side for his characters. He doesn't have that conflict of who he should fight. But Queen literally has to like switch her mindset. Be like, wait, who am I? Oh, okay.
So Adalra is gonna pull out her poison rapier. It's 27 to hit the broad in front of me.
That hits.
For 17 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else?
Bonus action, she's gonna take another swing with her spiritual weapon at Midna.
Okay.
That misses.
I mean, there's other spiritual weapon, lower DC, AC targets. We're trying to set up this spiritual weapon for success.
That'll end her turn, though.
Okay, Dargo, you got a lot of people around you. What would you like to do? You got a beaky around your neck that's like about to try and strangle you, and then you got like giant dragon bird, and then 2 others.
Quick question: how high up did Grass fly?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, first and foremost, Dargo's gonna try and get Beaky off his neck.
Okay. Roll a athletics check.
That's a nat 1 for an 11.
And Beaky roll a athletics or acrobatics, which is just a plus strength or plus dex mod.
That's dex mode. Oh, I'll do
Whichever's
strength then.
higher.
That's a 13. He rolled a 10.
Okay. Yep, he's still around your neck.
Then,
Yes, good, good.
This music is creepy.
would that count as my action then?
Yes.
That's okay.
Well, do you try to grapple him?
I mean, I tried to remove him, which
Because I had told him to get on him before, like
Mhm,
before he.
mhm.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because I think the grapple just counts as one of your attacks. So if you have 2 attacks, you can grapple and still swing.
Yeah.
If I'm reading that correctly.
oh, okay. So I still have 1 attack then.
Yes.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can either try to grab him again or just say fuck the police and try to stab somebody.
Dargo's gonna go for despair. So turn around, ignoring grass, and he's just mad at Beaky. Get her off.
Oh wait, you mean
Get her off. Get her.
ruin, or because despair is
No.
next to Adalre.
Oh, yeah, ruin that one.
Okay.
That's it. I was gonna say we gotta start like labeling these. Like, they look cool.
The
Don't get it twisted, but I'm also like, what the
flame brand longsword.
I mean, to be fair. Y'all
Is it
didn't
26
ask for
hit?
their names. 26, you said?
Yes.
Yes, that hits.
Really? Really? That's a 15
Damage?
fire damage. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, dokes. You guessed it, boys and girls. Another echo comes out. And with a 30, nat 20 to hit. 4d12.
Wait, where's the echo? What?
32. 39 for Ram. And then swashbuckler. So actually I don't know if I could use swashbuckler through an echo.
I don't think so.
And that'll end his turn. So despair with Fang on deck. Despair can only do one attack. 24 to hit Adalre.
Oh,
Shield.
yeah, shield.
Okay. Your AC is bumped up 5 till the start of your next turn.
Oh my god.
Fang.
Okay. Okay. Fang is going to. So that little circle there is just the cannon. I just put it there so that way, because it can move independently and all that. But I'm not moving it. I'm just gonna keep it right there. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And we're gonna go ahead and use fancy new ice rapier and stab her right in the back. Now I get advantage because I'm flanking, correct? DM
You get a +2 to your attack.
for a flank.
It's a new
Okay.
home rule. Who dis?
I don't like your new home rule. I don't like that. I don't
I
like that. I feel
mean,
like you're just.
It's
I-
not like she isn't aware that you're on the battlefield, so that the
Yeah, but she
whole
also-
advantage thing, like surprise, I'm here, doesn't really. Like someone could
Okay.
stand behind me, and I'm like, yeah, but they'll have a higher chance of hitting me because I'm not directly looking at them.
Okay, well, I'm going out on a limb assuming that a 30 will hit.
Thanks to slow, yes.
Okay.
Bruh.
So she will be taking. Oh, those are low. 18 points of cold damage,
Okay.
and then. Those weren't great either. 16 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look around her at Adolre. Just like ice rapier through her. Do you got this or do you need some help?
I think I'm good, thanks.
Okay, cool. I am then going to turn and as a bonus action, use the help action for old Dargo. That is the thing I can do as a mastermind rogue. I can up to 30 feet. I can use the help action as a bonus action to any creature I can see within 30 feet.
Okay.
Dargo! Just aim for the torso. No more headshots, just torso shots. I'm giving you help, so now you have advantage on your next thing.
Do my best.
He's like surrounded, and you're just like, do better, Dargo. Over there
Which
with like 5
torso?
people, like quick it and hit
Look.
Dargo. Hit something.
Look, really, it's just I do the help action. I was just being like, just fucking hit him in the chest and move. Stick and move.
Do you want me to hit
And
him
then
in the
I'm
chest,
going
or do you
to.
want me to move? Because
It's called a
I'm not-
stick and move. You go bang and then you run. You
I'm
bing
not-
and then you run.
I'm not trying to get like 6 attacks of opportunities. Just
Yeah, right.
All right, and then oh boy, our little Zip is gonna take a little pot shot at old girl. I'm going to assume that a 13 will not hit.
Correct.
Yeah, so the 4th shot boom, misses.
Okay.
Actually, it's less of a boom and more of a pew. That is my action, bonus action, movement, and Zip's thing. Which, yeah, we'll keep Zip. Zip is on top of the cannon right here. I'll just have them move in conjunction.
Okay.
Yo, function. All right, that will be my turn.
Okay. It is Ruin's turn, and they will disappear. And
Let me guess.
Dargo does a 26 hit.
Yes.
How about a 29?
Yes.
Asking for a friend.
What?
Oh, never mind. You can't use your reaction. We're good. We're good.
19 piercing, halved, and then another halved form of this.
Hell.
18 halved as well with piercing. Sneak attack.
18.
That will end their turn. Midna.
Minda's getting rather annoyed with this stupid sword trying to hit her. She's gonna point a finger at Adalre. And you see as her eyes kind of glow. Die. And you watch as Adalre drops. Right in front of you, Fang.
Another princess down. Bruh, get a new job. Like.
And you watch as the spiritual weapon disappears.
Can I make another wisdom save as grass?
Sure.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope.
He's like, nah, I didn't like her that much.
Now that we got that annoyance out of the way, you see as Minna disappears and reappears behind Pixel. That one. And you
The
see
real
as
one.
she manifests, she manifests this blade of shadow. And she's going to attack Pixel.
My boy Pixel, you got this.
Does a 25 hit?
I mean, maybe.
A nat 20.
Oh, yep, that also hit.
So he takes 18 points of slashing damage. Plus... Take a look. 18 points of necrotic damage. As this blade just goes right through his side. That'll end Minda's turn.
Kirai!
Your sister!
You just watched your sister die!
Oh god. Oh, all tactics just might fly out the window now. Okay. If I if I cast haste as a bonus action first, can I still use my action?
Yes.
Okay.
Is slow concentration?
It is.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh well. So I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points. 2 to cast haste as a bonus action. And 1 to make it last 2 minutes. Rather than 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm afraid
Ow.
to click the link.
It's video game music. Or,
Ow.
Okay. So having done that, I will now let's see. I will attack Midna 3 times. And I get advantage on my first melee after shadow stepping.
Okay.
Going for a static punch. It's distance. Okay, that was terrible. Okay. 29 to hit.
You watch as your attack goes to hit her, and a veil of shadows surrounds her, blocking your attack.
Okay. Is that like a shield?
Oh, gross.
Okay. Well, in his anger, he's just gonna keep attacking. Sorry, guys. 24 to hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Cool story, bro.
25 to hit.
Nope.
And he'll just scream, ah! And just like,
I'm sorry. Did I upset you?
I guess, like move, just, like start walking towards her. There.
Okay.
Oh wait, I take that back. I'll shadow step, like, right here.
Right over there. Okay. Derelict will go next. Busting another 5th level spell slot. He's gonna try another inflict wounds on you, Dargo. Cause what's the odds of failing twice, right? Like, okay. Nat 20 for a 30.
Hey, DM, quick question for you.
Yes.
Just to make sure I'm understanding the rules of the dungeon mechanics luck. I can make you re-roll that, can I? With my luck given to me by the crowd?
No. Yours is only contested for you to me.
But I'm helping Dargo. I gave him the help action, therefore I'm helping him by giving him my luck.
He's like feeding his luck point through. What the...
Oh, look, somebody just put it in chat. Luck to Dargo.
Oh, that's cool. Do you want me to re-roll that, Dargo?
Yes.
I swear if I roll another 23 to hit.
That hits.
Hey, at least it's
Just
not.
a-
How much is it to
critic
give
to
luck?
you.
How much is it to
Sure.
give luck?
It's a sub. So if you're sub to any of us, like if you're sub to me, Queen Corby, Super Dog, Lady Liv.
Oh, then luck to Dargo again.
I already used it, and he
I mean,
already
you
gave
can
the outcome,
make
but
me-
I can use it again.
Oh, Liv! oh,
Oh no! Can we clip chat?
Oh, no.
What to Adalre? Oh wait.
Wait.
I have never wanted. I want to time you out, but fuck, that's funny. Like, damn it. Not banner, because that'll actually cause issues, but like, oh.
I'll leave that one up to you, Dargo, because it just came to you, and I haven't rolled damage yet. So, do you want to use the luck for me to re-roll, or do you just want to take this L?
No, I'll take the hit, and I'll save the luck for later. I might need it.
Possibility.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll use it wisely.
Are you sure I'm about to roll 8d10?
Okay.
Let me just.
Kiki jumps in front.
And I'll use it.
Oh wait, you want me to use it? Oh no, I just rolled damage!
Oh, all right. I mean, never mind then.
It's 31 points. You're fine.
Kiki
Oh,
has a
that's
moment of
fine, Dargo.
clarity.
How did I roll so trash? Oh, I rolled like
Uh,
3s and 1s and trash.
What are you at, by chance?
What type of damage is that?
No.
Not psychic potion? Okay, yeah, so 15.
think that's all they're going to do for their turn. Grass, you and Beaky. You saw Dalray go down. You tried to break the hold. You said, nah, I don't really like her. And now... There's only 4 y'all left? Jesus.
Minna just me.
Took
I know
one
this
and a
is
half
rich
of our
coming
teammates.
from me, but your powers are bullshit.
I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna use my weapon of certain death, quarterstaff,
Okay.
two-handed. With well, no, you're out of range actually. I'm 20 feet away. So what I'm gonna do instead, on Dargo, well, around the area around you, which is 30 feet, 30-foot cone. I'm gonna use Dragon Breath. But guess what? You're not the only one that gets hit. So that's 8d6.
Sympathy loophole.
Maybe if he kills Beaky, he'll like snap out of it.
27 necrotic damage.
So much necrotic damage.
What's the save?
18.
Right, I gotta make that first.
I was gonna say,
I'm just
we were
accepting the
doing
hits at this point.
Beaky doesn't make it, so I'll take off the points.
It's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I can see it, so I'm not blinded, deaf, or incapacitated, so I get advantage. $21.
You beat it.
Alright, let me give that fucking.
I feel
I'm
like
back to
Grass is
myself.
holding his punches. He's taking no one down as a dragon yet.
It's been
Mid-
2 turns.
Minna's displeased.
Yeah.
That's
Good,
fine.
really?
This isn't
Relinquish
how
your
you become an
control.
agent of chaos. You gotta
That is
kill
fine.
folks.
Well,
Here's
that's
the thing.
magic. You gotta kill things.
Like, Grass isn't gonna stop fighting until he dies. He's not gonna stop fighting that feeling until he dies. So,
Or you watch all
Do
your
what you
friends
must.
die. Anything else for you?
gonna fly over to Fangs.
Okay. You're still 20.
Now you
feet
leave
up.
my boy alone! Your fight's with me!
And Beaky will stay there, I guess. Or
Oh, this damn thing!
so basically,
Good.
as Grass is up in the air, he will look down and just you will see like this billowing necrotic black energy just come from his mouth in that 30-foot area or 30-foot cone area. And once he's done with that, he immediately just like, without even missing a beat, just flies over to Fang. And can I grapple with the key point? No, right?
I don't think.
I will just land next to him.
Go.
Not for me.
Is that the end
All
of
of
you
us.
and Beaky's turn?
And then Vicky will roll to hit
Okay.
with his psychic fangs.
And it's psychic damage too. You just let a freaking kryptonite creature just wrap around your body for a free ride.
That's 28's a
You
hit.
should be like, nah, Beaky, you're good. I got you, fam. Like,
Dargo doesn't know shit psychic damage.
It's only 6 damage.
Yeah. With this.
oh no.
Anyone else had been in Dargo's place, he would have been so gone.
A Clash Star, maybe. Like, Ram will keep within melee range and then just move over to Pixel and attack twice. 26 that hits.
Does Pixel's
22.
thing get an attack of opportunity?
No, because it never left
Yeah, I never
its
left out of
range.
its
Oh,
range.
okay.
Yep, that'll hit 2. Action surge. 20.
Just looking real grim.
4 attacks.
Well, thanks for changing your icon there, Queen. Appreciate that.
Oh, I did it.
That's just real great.
47 slashing. Actions are. Is there a bonus action? That shit.
You know, the bad thing is I was excited when we came in. I was like, man, we get like a big fight.
Yeah.
Yep. And top of the order.
Bear in mind, everybody. So this is the top of round 3. 12 seconds. In 12 seconds.
Okay, so DMs remind me, power word kill, do you make death saves after you die?
No, you're just dead,
You're just
as
dead.
far as I'm aware.
Dargo, you have advantage.
Like, unless somebody's got greater restoration and a diamond worth 300 gold or some shit like
I
that.
think Adalre has one in her pocket,
Yeah.
but you know.
How much was the one that
She
I
was the
made zip out
divine
of?
soul sorcerer. She was the healer.
Mm. Yeah, she had to go.
It's like the enemy knew she was our healer.
I
It's so
mean, when a
weird.
spiritual weapon pops up, you know, some
Mm.
divine energies going on out there. But yeah, Dargo, it's your turn.
Yeah, Midnight not happening. Nah,
Dargo is going to once again attempt to remove Beaky from his throat.
You have advantage.
Yeah.
Does a 24 hit?
you're just seeing that in the
Yes!
That was last time when
That
you hit
was-
Dargo.
Yeah. So it's both 15. That's 10. That's 25.
You take him off.
Okay. I want to eat him
Throws
too. Yeah, exactly. just yeah, yanks him away. Do I need to do any checks for that? Stacks. See how far I throw him if I throw him.
You can do a strength check.
I don't have advantage anymore, right? That was just the once.
Yeah.
Yeah, just once.
21.
Is Beaky resisting?
To
Be yeeted?
no.
Okay. So you throw him away, and he's.
And then I just want to know Dargo wants to go help Dalred, but he also knows he can't do anything. So he's gonna
Just look at her
Use
body
his
like,
la-
get up!
yeah, attack. Ram, right? That's Ram left. Because I don't know where Derelict went.
The one next to you is Derelict. Ruin vanished.
Oh, it's Ruin was the other one. Gosh.
It's fine. Y'all are supposed to know their names, so me just throwing out names is just like.
Yeah, like honestly, you should have just been like, all right, you have the blue one, the green one, the yellow one, the red one. Which one are you trying to hit? Which Power Ranger are you trying to hit right now?
Ooh, a nat 20
I mean, I guess that might hit.
for 30.
That'll do. That'll do.
What's the big numbers? What's the big numbers? Take it. I'll take it. 16. 19. It's 38 points of fire damage. And then that'll end Dagger's turn.
Okay, Pixel's turn. He's gonna swap places with Echo. And he will swashbuckler attack Ramshackle. That hits. $30, psychic, and 13 sneak. Okay. Use this bonus action. That is all for his turn. Next up is Despair, followed by Fang. So she's gonna look at you, Fang, and attack you twice. Now that she's not slowed anymore, she'll get her 2 actions. 15
No.
and a 13. What the fuck?
Nope. And nope.
And she will Misty Step next to Dargo.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And in her turn, Fang!
Okay, so before she wouldn't, just for my own mental state, how is she looking, by the way?
Despair. She's only hit mediocrely 4 times. She's still looking good. None of the damage went over 20 for when I say mediocre.
What do you mean that didn't go over 20?
I mean, when you add it together, it's over 20, but individual hits didn't rank over.
My
Like y'all were
sneak
hitting,
attack-
y'all were hitting some of them for like 43 points.
Holy motherfucker.
You said 16 for your sneak attack last. If I'm not mistaken.
The one before that was a 21. Sir?
21?
Yeah, the first sneak attack was a 21.
Oh, I think I put
Over
that
here.
against Ram. Okay.
They all just have one big life bar. That's all it is. Everybody has one life bar. on their sheet.
Okay, I switched it over.
Cool. So what does Dalray look like right now?
Dead slump of
Dead?
lifelessness. You know when Sirius Black was
So-
like, "Hey Harry, we haven't seen each other in a long time," and then he faded away into the cloud smoke? It's kind of like that.
Don't bring serious.
So just so I'm aware, stabbed old girl, looked around her, said, "Hey, you got this." She said, "Yeah, I think so." I turned to tell Fang or
Argo.
Dargo some shit. I'm Fang. And I turn back around and she just dies.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Her last words were sarcastic to you.
In typical Adalrai fashion.
Which, if I would have known, I would have went back to season 1 and figured out what Hope's last words were to you, and just triggered a memory real quick. But I don't have time
Emotional
like that.
damage.
We're already in
Emotional damage.
All right.
Do I hear any voices
Is
in my head
Midna-
right now? Judgy?
Voices?
Red. Red. Just anything.
Oh, red.
Should you be? My brain's like triggered at Fang right now, so it's probably not. I'll message you.
I'm I assume Midna's already is looking at Kurai right now.
Yeah, probably, taunting him and, typical Midna fashion.
Well, I'm gonna glance at this fucking dragon that decided to land next to me.
You see remorse in his face.
I don't care.
That's
I
fine.
don't. I don't. I'm gonna do some bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and stab the shit out of him first and foremost.
You're
Or at least
attacking
attempt to.
grass?
Yeah, I'm attacking grass.
Okay.
Does a 27 hit?
It does.
Okay. You will be taking. Oh, for eat a bushel of dick. 17 cold damage. I rolled a 1, 2, and a 9. I was like,
That's how I felt on my inflict wounds against Dargo. I rolled like a 1, a 3, and some other trash. Like, how do I?
okay.
Fifth
So
level.
you take 17 cold damage,
I will absorb elements.
and you will be taking
Oh wait, ignore that.
Do you
12 goddamn
Do
sneak
you
attack
have
damage.
sneak attack? I mean, I don't think dead bodies count as 5 feet within. You're not
Oh, shit.
swashbuckler, are you?
No, no. Fuck.
You'd be like, Adari, you got this right. Oh gosh. Wow. Oh.
All right, so yeah, you just take the cold damage.
I have that.
I am then going to take a step forward. To pick her up, would that be an action or a bonus action?
Action.
Action. Okay. I will use my bonus action to shoot my cannon at the dragon.
Grass?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's gonna do a
There's
little.
only like 6 dragons on the field.
It's only gonna be.
Clarify.
There's one dragon on the field.
I mean, Beaky, Dargo on a good day.
Not a dragon. Dragonborn. They're two different things.
Tell it to Midna.
24 to hit.
Yes, it's
Okay. Neat. And you will be taking 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
And you will be moving 5 feet to the north. Now, attacks of opportunity only happen when it's against their will, correct? Or
Yeah.
when it's their
when it's
will,
their
right?
will.
Got it. Making sure. Didn't want to be a cheeky bastard about it. And then Zip is going to go ahead and pop a shot at you as well. 15, I imagine, does not hit.
Nope.
So that's just going to go. And that is my action, bonus action, movement. All right, that's all I got.
Kurai, I forgot to ask you. After effects of slow, is there any, or do they just go back to normal? I know there's after effects of haste.
I don't think there's any.
Okay, I would make sure.
Yeah, no.
Ruin. You're gonna feel like some air move around you, Dargo, but they're not gonna connect, and then you're gonna hear like a laughter. Midna.
What I need.
I was like, where the fuck are you?
Oh, what to do? You watch as necrotic energy surrounds Midna's hands, and she's gonna cast Animate Dead.
Dang it, Nordic Geek.
Did he suggest it?
Oh no, I planned it before this, but... And you watch as Adalri's eyes
are
open.
resistant to necrotic.
That is true.
Oh, she's right next to you. Her eyes open, Fang. But they're not Adalri eyes. They're just like glossed over pupils.
And she's just gonna slowly just stagger up on her feet.
Did she have broken bones?
You never
Hey,
know.
rigor mortis took effect real
Real
fast on that one.
fast.
And then after that, I think she's going to turn around to Kurai. And you see as she takes that shadow blade that she had summoned earlier, and she's going to attack you with it.
You have disadvantage.
Why does she have disadvantage?
Oh, sorry. I have a cloak of displacement.
Does a 19 hit?
It does not.
Oof. She is going to attack again.
Does that only work for one attack? I need to read that. On attack rolls.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
It does not.
Oof. And that was that. That'll end her turn. Look, young prince. I brought your sister back for you. Doesn't that make you happy?
He doesn't say a word.
Kurai, it's your turn.
Buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna try for the 3 hits again. Yep. And I shadow step, so the first one's got advantage.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Come on, no whammies. Ooh, okay. 21 lightning damage on the first.
Okay.
Is she resistant to lightning? That's what I'm waiting.
You watch as you hit her. And she doesn't look phased by it at all. She just looks at you with a smirk.
Oh no, I gave him the wrong
hurt?
fist.
How cute.
Okay. And then I'm going to just, do like the Superman run and punch with the next attack. $22.
That'll hit.
Okay. For 15 acid damage.
Okay.
We found it, guys. We found it.
I don't know if we found it or we just like. I don't know if that makes you susceptible to it or she's just not immune to it.
Yeah, very true. Okay, so that's 2 attacks. Now I get another attack because of my haste. So let's do it again. That's the wrong dice. 22 again.
That'll hit.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. 11 acid. And where is that? Celia. Yes. I'm going to use a key point to attempt a stunning strike with that hit. And it's a Constitution saving throw of 17.
This is the one where Queen's like.
She passes. Legendary action.
Ain't nobody
And
got
then,
time for stunning
this is
strikes.
Legendary resistances. Oh boy.
Yeah, just Kurai for future if you want to. You can stunning strike every punch. If you want to.
Yes, but I'm trying to spare some of these points. But I'm not done.
Yeah, you're right, because there is, we got that thing next week. Oh wait, no, we don't.
I'm going to use a key point to do Flurry of Blows for my bonus action. What is that? 2 attacks? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's fair.
29 to hit.
That hits.
This is much less damage, just so we're saying. 8 bludgeoning, and I'm gonna burn another key point to stun strike.
Does a 25 pass?
Yes, it does. 20 for my next punch.
That does not hit.
Dang it! Oh, I have an inspo. What is that, a d6?
Yep.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 points of bludgeoning and another key point
Stunning strike.
for stunning.
23.
Pass.
You know you want to just take a nap, and you know you want to.
No?
Oh my god.
If only I had my kobold. If only, if only.
Oh, if only. But let's go.
Sorry, that was everything I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agent of Chaos Derelict is gonna look over. After he stops laughing at you, Dargo, for your fire thing, he's gonna reach out and cast Fireball, but you're gonna see it rapidly, and his allies will not have to make a dex save. But Pixel, Kurai, Fang, DC 18 dex save.
I pass.
25.
Oh
Sorry, 27. I guess I should probably just say that. Like, it's like I pass. Like, well, I rolled an 18, so I was like, all right, I got it. However, my cannon. Is my cannon in there as well?
Let me check the range.
It's over here, right?
Forgot about old Cannon Boy.
It's that little dot.
Yes. That fails.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
Okay.
I was reading the thing. It's like, yep, there's no pluses or minuses on that. That is not going to make it.
32 points of fire damage.
Is that already had?
No.
No? Okay. Cool. I take none. But my cannon is gone.
32, so...
Fucking rogue shit.
16.
I take none as well.
Okay.
Just 'cause you don't want
take
to.
some,
It's like, I just don't want to.
and that would be his turn. Grass. You and Beaky.
All right. Oh, where's my character sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm gonna back away a little bit, fly up here, and then I'm gonna use Final Judgment for where is that? Okay, so that is going to be, let's roll 20 plus 12, right? 19 to hit on Pixel.
Misses. Just misses.
That is a natural 20 to hit.
I think that one hits, yeah.
Okay. How do y'all do double damage? do you
We just
double it?
roll it twice.
Okay.
But it's for everything if you have other attachment stuff that does bonus damage.
I also, you're right. So let's see. Damage. 35 and roll 2d6. So 39 points of radiant damage to Pixel.
Okay.
And we're just going to summon Beaky to me.
Okay.
And have him wrap around my arm.
Also, Beaky's not slowed, just so you know, if he can do more stuff.
That's fine.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Bonus actions. I will cast Hunter's Mark on Pixel as well.
Okay.
That should be it.
Sweet. Next is Ramshackle. He will take his great axe and attack Pixel, of course. This is 27 hits. Fang, Kurai, and Dargo. Perception checks.
Can I roll this at disadvantage because I don't want to see this? Is that a thing?
A dirty 20.
Okay.
I don't want to see.
9.
17.
So, I mean, yeah, you got a front row.
You
seat
just see it. You're the bad guy. You just see it.
Kurai and Fang, you watch as Pixel is struck down, and you hear a guttural cry from him. And Fang, you would see the blade that Ramshackle is using forces Pixel's soul into hellfire, and its body drops lifelessly to the ground as his soul is instantly transferred to the river Styx.
Beautiful.
Dun.
Beautiful.
No death saves.
It's hard to make a death save without a soul. He did his 2 attacks. Top of the order. Dead Adolre. This is the final round for this go, so make it big, whatever y'all have.
You kind of watch as she pulls out her poison rapier. She's going to attack you, Fang.
Does that work when she's dead? I don't like. Does that work?
27 to hit.
Shouldn't the the tattoo turn back into a goop or something?
Yeah, should that be goop again? What the hell? Does she still have the outline? Do I still have that outline around her? The red? Or is that Now that she's undead. That hits, by the way. I'm just stalling.
It's not red. If that's any consolation.
That's 16 points of damage there.
The
But
one fucking time Tina is like on goddamn Queen's side is when fucking
Luck and its vote and dead a dollar.
I'm sorry, how much damage did you say it was?
16.
And then Luck and
16.
Inspo to Queen Midna.
Ooh.
Cause I'm being nice to Queen Corfu today. Any other time.
Yeah.
Wrong day. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And then there were 3.
And bonus action. She is going to use Healing Word on Queen Midna.
Zombies can cast spells now?
I don't think so.
They can't?
No. Zombies they just come back as zombies. Like,
Because,
weak as
like,
hell.
I don't know what the, like, obviously, this is the Feywild and Judge DM, but, like, Reanimate Dead just brings him back as a zombie, correct?
Mhm.
So she's
Just
just
I'll leave it
using
up to the
zombies.
DM.
Yeah.
Roll a d20. Your goal is to beat me with a 12.
I got a 13.
There seems to be a spark from Midna's darkness that's doing something in Overwork. Emotional damage!
Hey, GM, your powers are bullshit.
Midna gets healed for 15 points of damage. Of healing. That'll end at Dollar's turn.
Dargo. Boy.
Ruin is still. I still
Invisible.
can't see Ruin, right?
Yeah, you would think they have some form of like greater invisibility.
Mm-hmm. So
Didn't I
I'm
hit her when she went invisible? Wouldn't she have lost that?
She hasn't been touched since she went invisible.
So did the fire before or after?
Fire?
After.
Or
You just didn't roll the deck save for the breath attack.
yeah, the breath attack. The
We'll,
crocodile.
we'll double check. We'll double check the tapes, but I thought you did. I thought you went invisible before that.
I think. Yeah. I think so. If so, she would have been on there for you to say. But I just remember you saying Beaky and then.
So either way, I can't. I'm not fighting alone. It's just what I clarify.
Fighting alone?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I have something I can use, but I can only do it if I'm fighting a lone enemy.
Well, now you have 2 potential 3 targets near you.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
Well, then Dargo's gonna attack the only person he sees, which is Derelict. Right, yeah. rounds of 29 hit.
Which one are you hitting?
Derelict.
Yes, that hits.
This one, right in front.
Oh, you got it right. 6 rounds to charge.
Okay. Ooh. And I have to do math for this one. Good Lord. 20. Takes 52 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
Anything else?
then, yeah, he's gonna attack with a longsword too, because he's there. So, just a longsword warning. That is. There's a 20 hit, a dirty 20.
Just hits.
Takes 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Despair. She's gonna try and attack you. 14. I don't know why. 26. 12 points of slashing damage. Yeah, that'll end her turn. Fang!
Right. Everything's fine. Not freaking out at all. Well, here's about the best idea I got right now. So Fang is gonna take the ring that he has on, and he is going to cast Ball of Lightning, and we are going to create a 3-foot diameter. Let me make sure. A 3-foot diameter sphere of lightning that I will be putting right about here.
Does it do anything?
Mm-hmm. Does it do any fucking thing? Yes.
Ask him for a friend.
Ball of lightning. So what that is going to do, sheds a little bit of light, but the important thing here is it, when a creature other than you comes within 5 feet of the sphere discharges lightning at that creature, and then disappears. The creature must make a DC 15 saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes lightning damage based on the number of spheres created. I created 1 sphere, so you have a DC 15 saving throw.
Okay. And that's just for this guy.
I mean, it technically is for both because it's within 5 feet of him.
But you,
Hang on, let me double check it.
did you see what happened, or did you not see what happened?
I mean, I wouldn't have seen what happened earlier.
Okay.
Because, I mean, technically it happened from behind, and not to mention, old girl died at my feet. So, probably wasn't paying too much attention to, like, what the fucking prince was doing.
21?
That makes it.
Okay.
And then Minna, I mean, it's lightning, so it's, you know, you're gonna lull, but, you know. Oh, Okay. Okay. So if you made the save, you take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
I am then going to take, as a bonus action, I am going to disengage. And I'm going to back up a little closer to Dargo. Action, bonus action. And then I will be yelling out for I'll be yelling out for Hope or Shar. Well, both of them technically.
Make a religious check. Or religion.
Religion? 17?
Okay. Do you say anything in specific? And you're saying it out loud or in your head out loud?
No, I'm yelling it. Like,
Okay.
It's gonna get real sappy, guys. Strap in. Sure. Hope. Do you know what happens in the dark? Because you already said this is a bunch of darkness and shit around here. Not to mention everything that Minda's been doing has been in the dark. I know you can hear me. If you help me, I'll agree to whatever you want. Whatever you want. And then he raises his shield and his that frost rapier, and then just kind of braces for Midna and the fucking jabronis.
Okay. Does a 21 hit you, Dargo?
No.
What about a 25?
Yes.
I swear to God, Dargo. I swear to God.
I roll as well for Fang screaming that.
Where are you
I'm-
trying to assess? Trying to grasp some sanity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, my man, I don't think you have any touchstone to what the fuck I just yelled.
Calling out fucking desperation. That's the issue.
Yeah, you heard hope, huh?
Uh,
You have hope? You gotta crush that.
You take 10 piercing and 10 sneak attack.
Okay.
10. Okay. That's easy math.
No bullshit. Natural 20. 25. Does that break it?
Queen's like, do I
Do I really
legendary
wanna
action?
say?
No.
No, it doesn't. No.
Funnily enough,
Natural fucking 20. Like, no joke. No bullshit.
Oh, a disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, he breaks free.
Your vision clears, and you see the waste to the battlefield so far. Midna, you also would see that his hold has broken.
What a shame. Oh well.
Would you? She would have heard obviously be yelling, right?
Yeah, everyone heard that. I'm not even gonna have anybody roll for that.
Like would Minna react to that at all?
Midna will know that you called out to Shar. Whether or not she reacts is up to her.
I don't think she's bothered by it.
Okay. Bob! Minna's being a jerk! I'm not gonna kill your car. I'll call your fucking mom. Minna ain't shit.
God damn it. I think Midna is going to you watch as these shadows just kind of whooshed around her again. And she's gonna appear behind Dargo.
You knew it. Fucking knew it. God.
Another one bites the dust.
Dargo got some fighting still.
I don't know.
And she's going to attack you with her blade. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
I don't want to alarm you, Dargo, but that was a crit.
What are the chances of rolling 2 natural 20s?
Not high.
It's not
They're-
high,
they're-
but it's happened before.
There's it's possible. It's just real slim.
Okay.
So you take 18 points of slashing plus $26 points of necrotic.
All around
Next.
me are familiar faces.
Next attack does a 22 hit.
Yes.
Worn out places.
You take 13 points of slashing, so half that. Plus 18 points of necrotic.
Okay.
Last one. That misses. And that will end her turn.
Cry.
Okay. I will move. Let's see. I will shadow step like right here. Actually, I'll just move. I need to shadow step. And I will do my. Oh, dang it! Those attacks don't work. I forgot. Okay, I'll just attack. Who's this one in front of me?
Ramshackle.
Okay, I will attack Ramshackle. Ooh, 19, 29.
That hits.
Ooh. For 19 lightning.
Okay.
I'll do that 2 more times. 24 to hit.
That hits.
17 lightning.
Okay.
And one more. 21.
Just hits.
Uh, 24 lightning damage.
Okay.
And I will use. I will just use one key point on one of those to try and stun that person.
Okay.
So DC of 17. What is it?
Constitution save.
Constitution.
Nat 1 on the die, so I think that's gonna be no math adding for me.
Okay. And I will use my bonus action to like use my racial trait,
Okay.
which teleports me up to 30 feet away. Is this over here like behind me like a lifted wall? Like right here?
Yeah, like it's higher up than
Okay.
where you are.
I would teleport up there,
Okay.
and you just see me like reach into like one of my pouches for something, and that's where I'll end my turn.
Derelict is going to use 4th level inflict wounds on our boy Dargo.
Hey Dargo, do you want to join me for some like emotional support nuggets after this?
22?
Hits, just hits.
We'll get a McFlurry while we're at it. You know,
Yeah.
they do like they got like the Mars ones. You know, those are nice. I think they got like a chicken mac right now as well at the UK one. It's like a Big Mac, but they use chicken patties. You know, I heard it's nice. Haven't had it yet.
Wait, I did that wrong. Ignore that. So, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. That's 5. No, 60. I'll add. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm getting too zealous. I'm clicking it too many times. Okay. This is the damage.
Inner murder hobo.
23 necrotic.
Okay.
And that will end their turn. Grass, you're up.
Biggie, smack out of it.
Gonna have to make a wisdom save.
Didn't he fail with a nat 20? Just so I'm remembering properly.
He felt with
Yeah.
20.
But he's under me, though, so that's the issue.
Oh, you're talking about Beaky.
Yeah.
Don't need Szechuan sauce. We have sweet curry. Blue, you joined in a real sad time.
Okay. So
Well, sad for the heroes.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have. Actually, I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm going to do the radiant bow again against Midna. Both shots. Alright. And with Dargle there, do I get advantage? Not really. Or +2.
Probably not.
Okay.
Because she can, like, see you.
That's a 28 to hit. Does that hit? That's a natural fucking 20! Okay. So the 2 hit, 28, natural 20. So, I don't have Searing Smite, because that takes a turn.
One of those hit.
No, 28? Did you block? Did you block? I feel like you blocked. You bitch.
Just watches this shadow shield just shows up around her again.
Alright, so, let's see. Crit damage. Roll. That's 33 points of radiant damage.
He's punching dark.
And then I'm also going to infuse acid with that, with Beaky. So, D6.
Okay.
So, how much was the damage? Let's see. 35 and 2, or 33 and then 2 acid damage, I believe.
Use it well, doggo. Use it well.
And then I'm going to... This is gonna be dumb!
Welcome to the club.
But what I'm going to do is... How far is that? I have 35 feet of movement. Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna do that. Fly over here. I'm gonna do pop pop with my key point. Flurry of blows. It's not gonna be a lot of damage, but hey, it's something. I'm also gonna bring Beaky with me.
Love how it's just like monster fight at this point.
Honestly, yeah.
Let them fight.
The Zords are out.
That's 2 con saves or 1 con save?
It's just flurry of blows. I don't have stun, so
Oh, okay, very close.
yeah. So you're not gonna believe me. You're not gonna believe me.
Probably not.
That's a.
I'm gonna have to. Can't see it.
I can't
Fake
even
dice.
see that. I still can't see that.
Bro,
Is that like a symbol 20?
Yeah.
That's a 20. Like, oh my god. Do you want me to take a? I'll take a fucking picture.
What is
It's
the
5.
total though?
To hit,
Yeah.
natural 20 plus 10, so 30.
Yeah, that'll hit.
No.
All right. I don't want it. And that is a 21 to hit, which I don't think hits.
No.
So that's 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you're gonna let me, but on Beaky's turn, I'm gonna have him bite her. So. Nope.
I was about to say you can try.
That's a natural 4 to fucking hit. Well, plus 10, that's a 14. I don't think that hits.
You just watch as Beaky goes to like try to attack Minna, and she just slaps him away.
He's like, okay, fuck.
Poor Beaky.
Better fuck off.
Anything else for y'all's turn, Grass?
Fang. Run.
Okay.
That is it.
Ramshackle will uses full movement to get behind Dargo.
But where is this invisible person? I got an idea.
23.
Oh god, the Duel of Fate started playing on my end.
And
23 hits.
a 24.
Hits.
Okay. Big damage. No, I'm joking.
Actually,
Uh,
I do have emotional support whiskey.
I don't know what that means.
That means
For
I'm going to
me.
drink my sadness away for us. I'm going to pour one out for the homies. Unfortunately, we're going to pour 4 out.
All together, it's 31 slashing.
How much health do you have, man?
Dargo's still standing. Maybe not very stably, but he's still standing.
Oh, I
Gotta
wonder how
love that
long
bear
that's gonna
totem.
last for.
Gotta love that bear totem.
Fuck.
Okay. End of that round. Everyone make a perception check. That is around to see.
23.
17.
15.
Fang, you would
27
have
for Ray.
advantage. I don't know if that'll help.
18.
Okay. What was Dargo's?
17.
And Grass's?
23.
Okay.
think Ray had
Everyone should
27.
be able to see this.
Okay.
Darkness. And out steps Shar. And she looks down at you. Midna, dear,
Shaw.
I'm going to take this one.
Fine. You're lucky I have more things to play with.
Well, do save some fun for later. And you watch
Think about it.
Fang as she looks over to you. And she smiles. And the two of you vanish into darkness.
Not quite
what I was
how I saw that going differently in my mind.
Well, you ran.
But
I didn't run, I got kidnapped. There's a difference.
you all would have saw that.
I feel like if you rolled a 5, you saw.
And that
This is where we're
is
gonna
where we're gonna end it.
fucking liar.
Eternal screaming.
Getting good.
With 2.5 left. Will the 3.5 left? Will the party be able to stop Queen Midna on her evil rampage? Find out next time on Return to the Feywilds.
We will catch you guys next week at this same time. I have been your friendly neighborhood Paul. That has been Queen Corvy, Superdog18, Judgy DM, and of course, Reaper's Past.
Oh, and Dargo, since you got that luck and inspo at the end, roll me a d20 and add a d6 just for S and G's. Just gotta see if you can beat a number.
21.
Okay, I'll remember that for next, because it'll expire, and you did get it kind of before you really had a chance to use it. So, remembering that, we will be back here, same time, next Thursday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But you can check us out this Saturday for a pre-recorded episode of Pact of the Forsaken. And we will catch you all guys on the flip side as things get really interesting.
Oh, don't worry. We'll have lovely conversations once we go off air.
Oh no! I'm in danger. I think it's going to Queen, not to
just
me.
you.
Okay, bye.